All right.
We got way off topic on the Supreme Court stuff, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
We got talking about...
Let's move on to the other Supreme Court decisions that have come out. You were telling me about this, what was it, North Carolina?
Yeah,
something or other.
There's Berger versus North Carolina State Conference. So basically, the Supreme Court decided that the North Carolina State Conference representative and somebody else was entitled to intervene in its litigation of North Carolina's voter ID laws. So I don't know anything about the voter ID law, but I do know basic facts about voter ID and my own personal opinions on voter ID laws.
Go on.
Basically, I do not think it is. I think it should be required in order to vote to show a state or federally sanctioned, yes, ID, picture ID, so that they know who you are when you vote. It is of the utmost importance, in my personal opinion, to in order to secure the elections, that somebody should show proof by the state or federal government of who they are prior to them filling out a voter ID, voting form.
Okay. Yes. I mean, that would also eliminate a lot of voter fraud.
I agree.
So I mean, I'm 100% on board with that. But do we have any information on how that? Did they rule in favor of Berger, or did they rule in favor of?
See, like I said, I don't actually know anything about that. That actually wasn't stated in the very brief description of the case. I would imagine, because I do not understand how you can go from requiring a voter to show their ID to it being racially motivated that somebody may not vote. Everybody in this country has an ID of some kind or another. They're not even like, even if you say that they're too poor.
Not everyone has an ID.
How everybody has an ID?
No, yeah, I mean, okay. What if you're an illegal immigrant? Guess what? You don't have an ID.
They don't get to vote because they're not citizens.
They shouldn't, but they do.
Yeah, well, they should not vote.
Because I have known some illegal immigrants that do get driver's license in the state of Maryland. Which makes no sense to me.
That makes me very.
How does that happen?
But shouldn't you have a social security number in order to get an ID?
You would think
that is 100% illegal to use somebody else's social security number.
You would think.
If an illegal
once again, I mean, this all comes back to illegal activity.
If an illegal immigrant shows picture ID, they should immediately be arrested and deported.
Should be.
Because it is illegal for them to use a social security number that is not their own.
It's also illegal for them to be in the country.
That is also true.
Let's get to the base fact. It's illegal for them to be in the country, much less apply for a driver's license.
Correct. Anyways.
Yeah. Tangents.
Yes.
This is a tangent week.
I am in favor of voter ID. You are in favor of voter ID. The argument against voter ID is that you don't give a shit about this country and you want it to burn.
Well, I mean, the problem with the whole voter ID debate is a certain particular party doesn't feel that they can win
without cheating.
Say, without these added votes that come from these illegal immigrants, dead people.
Well, I think they proved that point in the last election.
Well, yeah. I mean, what are you going to say? But yeah, that's one of the things where you can't. You kind of wait for all the information to come out, and hopefully, the proper information gets uncovered at some point in time. But that's one of the things where you just keep your fingers crossed and hope everything comes to light.
I don't. It won't.
Now, well,
because the DOJ is a partisan party.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. So, like I said, I kind of don't keep the faith.
And finding out 2 decades later isn't really helping anybody.
Right. Yeah, it's not helping to fix the current system.
Right.
So, it's like one of the things. That, what do you do? I mean, yeah. What do you do if you call the prior election, a fraud, as many people have already done?
Right. The state of Texas has.
Fair point. Like I said, I mean, what do you do? Do you? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think we should even get into that right here, right now.
Yeah.
Quite honestly.
Right.
It is what it is for the next 2 years, something like that.
I mean, it could be longer if they don't fix it.
I don't know. We'll see on that point.
Right.
On that front, rather.
All right. So let's move on to the next case. You want to move on? Okay.
My blood pressure is
Okay.
ramped up. I need to woosah for a moment. All right. Anyway,
Yeah, I was definitely getting fired up myself.
Yeah, I know. It's good. Good energy this week. Great energy. Oh, I think I fucked up too. I think I took my blood pressure medication twice this morning.
Well, that would lower your blood pressure.
You would think, but I don't know. I feel funny.
You need to get one of those little pill things with the days on them, like a calendar pill thing. That way, when you go to take your pill, you have to open that box, and then you take the pill, and then if you come back later and be like, "Did I take my pill?"
There is nothing inside the box.
Well, that means you already.
You so stupid.
That means you already took your medicine.
You made me watch that movie, so
Yeah.
that was the perfect time to throw it.